Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan battle video. And today I'm going to do like a little beginner's guide on Ultimate Clash, which is also known as Battlefield and JP. For those of you that are new to this, I'm going to basically talk about like the type of team builds and units I run in this and kind of what it takes to get through it. But for those of you that are brand new to this, basically this is an event that's intended for more veteran players, so keep that in mind. You need to have a large roster of units to be able to beat this all the way through. Although if you are a newer player, it is still worth your time to go through and beat what you can, because there are rewards for various steps. So definitely don't like give up on it and not do it, but just try to get done what you can. But you can see at the bottom it says remaining characters 112. So you get 112 characters to bring into here. So you don't need all 112, but that's how many that you're allowed to bring in. Basically, the way this works is I'm going to go through a series of battles, and then basically they get harder as you go through. And if you die in mid-battle, the boss keeps their health, and you can jump back in with another team. Basically, when you run out of units, then that's when you lose for good, right? So I'm going to go through kind of my strategy and team building for this. Obviously, everyone's boxes are way different, but for the first couple battles, I think everybody could build a very similar box. So I'm going to go into battle one, and by the way I'm kind of approaching this really would be the same for any Ultimate Clash, not just this specific one that I'm doing right here. So I'm going to jump into the first battle. The first battles are very easy, so my recommendation is for the first battle to just use Team Bardock. And if you are a newer player, my recommendation to you right away, if you haven't done it yet, is grind the Team Bardock team and the Captain Ginyu team. So I'm going to go Team Bardock first. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this and just get them both. Okay, so I'm going to run Team Bardock first. So for Team Bardock, we are going to run this guy as the leader. And then for my secondary leader, let's see here. It's either going to be that or this. Not that, because it's not Giant Farm. Sure, we'll run the Strength Bardock as the second lead. So we're going to run this as a full free-to-play build here. So we've got those, and then we're going to run this. And we are going to run Fasha. Okay, so the only unit that's not in... So for those of you that aren't unfamiliar with it, the Team Bardock and the Ginyu squad, basically each day they have a daily event. Although right now I think they might have made it so they're just available every day. But basically there are daily events where you can farm these characters completely for free, okay? On Team Bardock, the only character that's an exception to the normal event is this guy, but he is farmable from his own story event. Or you could just substitute any Bardock unit you may have randomly summoned on a banner just to get through it. The reason why this is so lax, I'll just hop in. This first battle, like I said, is fairly easy. So basically, the reason why you make the Team Bardock and the Ginyu Force team is just so you have two free-to-play teams that will just get you through the first two fights and they just get them done. And then you have more freedom in later battles to use your better units. Now, for very veteran players that have huge boxes, like, you don't have to employ this strategy. This strategy is mainly for like newer players or players that don't have a big enough box to get through Ultimate Clash easily. This is a great way to kind of like just cheese your way through the first two fights because they're really easy, and then you're not wasting like really good units on the first two fights, right? So we're going to see how my Bardock team goes here. Now obviously it's not going to go as fast as it would be if I were using like a top tier team, but yeah, you can see the enemy can be sealed, so Bardock just sealed them up right there. So we're not really in danger of taking damage. And you can see this team, as weak as it is, has enough power to get through this quickly. You can see we got him over halfway dead in just one rotation there. Now this rotation isn't nearly as offensive, so I don't think we're going to finish him off here, but we'll see. We'll attack with the AGL Bardock there. And obviously, like you saw in my box, like I had physical LR Bardock and I have him easy 8. He fits on this team also, so you could throw him on here and he would absolutely dominate. But I'm just doing this intentionally to show you that these first two teams can be done completely free to play team builds very easily. You can see that Tao is still stunned and he's done like no damage to us and he's almost dead, right? So basically, this takes up, 7 slots of our units that we pick, but it gets us through a fight. So like I said, rather than me running like I don't know, an extreme STR team to get by this, yeah, I would absolutely dominate with an extreme STR team. But why do that when I can save that team for a much harder fight down the road, right? So I'm going to do this, and do this. Alright, and then this should finish him off, I would think. I mean, we are type disadvantage here, so maybe it won't. Yeah, not quite, but we'll get it here with this Bardock. Now he's gone. Alright, so there you go. There's the first round. Done with a very easy to obtain free to play Bardock team, right? So that's literally every player. Like if you just started this week, you can do this. You just got to take the time to farm with the characters, right? And look at all the rewards I got there just for beating that first really easy battle, right? So that's why, you know, to beat the event overall every week, that's for veteran players. But there's something for even newer players, even if you can just beat that first battle, right? All right, so now we're going to go into this Boda Magetta fight. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do the Ginyu Force. So for the Ginyu Force, we're going to do that as the lead, and then I think Ginyu is going to be my secondary lead. Yeah, we're going to do Int Ginyu as the secondary lead. Oh, so I'm sorry guys, this is a beginner's guide, and I actually haven't even told you how the leader skill works. So this is very important. So normally when you run a team, your first unit is your leader, right? And that's the leader skill you get. In Battlefield, or Ultimate Clash, as it's called on Global, you do not get a friend unit leader, so the second unit you pick, you're also using their leader skill. I should have clarified that at the beginning. So you have to pay attention to the first two units you select. So I'm getting the leader skill for this Ginyu, and I'm also getting the leader skill for this Ginyu. So you want to make sure you pick the correct first two units. When I was new to Battlefield, I made the mistake plenty often where I was choosing the wrong unit as my second unit, and then my team was only getting half a leader skill. So just be very, very careful with that. Now, the reason why I did Bardock first and Ginyu second is because the Ginyu team recently got an Easy A, so they are like way more powerful than the Bardock team. So I feel like we're going to take this out quite easily, actually. Fairly quickly is what I'm predicting we will take this out. So we'll do that, we'll do that. This Ginyu team, by the way, is such a good value team for brand new players, because you're just guaranteeing to get like a good competitive team that will absolutely just steamroll like any Dokkan event, which therefore will empower you to awaken any unit you ever pull. So just by having this one cohesive team, like it's going to get you through like 80 to 90% of the content in the game with this Ginyu Force team. Like they can do most of this. Although Boda Magetta tanked pretty good there. Okay. But now we're doing okay. Perfect. Okay. That was because with the type disadvantage, like Boda Magetta is pretty tanky. Alright, with our boy Jace, we can see that we got a super attack being launched, which is perfect because then we put Birder in slot 1. Let Birder do his thing. Now you can see this Boda Magetta is really tanky. So, you know, the Bardock team would definitely be struggling a lot more here for sure. But because we have this Ginyu team Easy 8, I think we're fine. So it is worth the time, by the way, to grind up the Ginyu Force and Bardock Squad. Bardock Squad, by the way, they're going to get their own Easy at some point, and you're going to need the Ginyu Force to Easy A them. To Easy A the Ginyu Force, you have to have the Bardock Squad done. So, like, it's really no reason not to just get both done. I find use for these units, even for a veteran player like myself. Like, I have a really huge box, I have a ton of units rainbowed. Like, I definitely don't need them, but I still find uses for them, and I'm glad I have them. There are some events, like the Prime Battle events, where you can only use farmable free-to-play units. The Ginyu Force is like your ticket to getting every Prime Battle unit like for free. So yeah, definitely recommend if you're a newer player to grind these. So I'm just going to go through and attack through here. Alright, and then once we get past this phase, I'm basically going to explain basically the process and concept for the rest of the Ultimate Clash here. And once again, this is where it's going, wow, okay, that crit did some nice damage there. Perfect. Alright, once Ginyu tagged him, he went down really fast. Okay. So there's level 1 clear. So there's 3 levels total. And you can see this currency we're getting here, those purple like prisms at the bottom. Those are very important currency because there are LRs and other like really good units you can buy out of the shop. You can buy Kai's, Awakening Medals, like so many good things that'll help like a newer player out. So like I said, it's very much worth it to jump in here and just beat whatever you can. I just wouldn't expect to beat all of it if you're not a veteran player. Alright, so now here's the strategy after you get the first 2 fights done. Basically, you just want to play type advantage the whole time, because the enemies start getting tough enough where like they can just one-shot you if you're not the right typing. So against Int, I'm going to run a physical team. So what I'm going to do is I recommend you just do, so I'm going to get rid of these. So I'm going to just do, I usually do my extreme teams first, because my basically super class units are typically stronger, so you save those for the end. So I'm going to do an extreme physical team, and basically I have my box set up where like I pretty much know the team I'm going to run. So I'm going to run him as a leader and him as a leader, and I'm going to go bop, 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 and just run all my best physical units. Now obviously like this particular team build doesn't really matter. Like, everyone's boxes are going to be so different. Basically, what I try to do when I set this up is I make sure I have an extreme and super class team of each typing, and I have a minimum of 7 units that I can put in each team to make the best team I can. And that's really all you need to do. I kind of want to let the booze go crazy, but I'm gonna let this EZA cooler show off a little bit. He's fantastic, and then we'll let the booze attack here. Now, even though the bosses are getting tougher, they're probably gonna go down a little bit quicker than that Boda Magetta, because now I'm actually using like legit characters that are summonable. So once again, this is all gonna just depend on your box, but yeah, just run the best monotype team you can build. So basically, I'm just running leader skills that give like physical type buffs. So this is where like there's a lot of Dokkan Fest, right? That they'll have a dual leader skill, or like LRs will have this where they'll be like a top tier category, like a 170 lead for a category, but then they might have like super class 120 as a sub, like the Kamehameha AGL Gohan, right? He has a good Kamehameha leader skill. Then he has AGL units 120. That it's relevant for events like this, for this Ultimate Clash, because then you run Gohan as the leader, and then Kamehameha units will get better leader skills, and then you can still fill with just all AGL units, and they're still getting a good enough leader skill. Alright, so we're going against a tech unit here, so I'm going to go with my Extreme Int team. So we'll go Int, Extreme, go like that. Alright, and then my leaders are going to be... Boo is the main leader, and then I think this Cell's got a 120 sub lead, because he's the counterpart. Yeah, so he's Extreme Int, 3 key, and 120. That's good enough. And then we'll just throw the rest of my team together like that, and we'll hop in. Typically, like, the extreme units aren't as plentiful as superclass, right? So basically, I just put my 7 best extreme units of each typing and basically build a team. And then all my excess overflow units are typically superclass, and I try to pick units that have like leader skills where, like, if I happen to die, I kind of have like a backup team I can hop in with. So for example, I've got AGL Evolution Blue Vegeta in here, and I don't run him on my main AGL team, but he's a Pure Saiyans lead. So I can run him as a lead and then put a bunch of Pure Saiyans that I have like left over that I didn't use for anything else, and I can build a team that can get me by. Typically, so like where I am on Ultimate Clash, I very rarely die at all. Like, I usually clear it all first try, no problem. If I do die, it's on the very last stage, and the boss will be like almost dead. So I usually don't have any issues just hopping in and finishing that off. So you can see there, just within my few comments there, I got that stage cleared. Okay, so now we're going to level 3. So this is the end. This will be the final stage. So we are going to have, I got to finish level 2. So one more fight here, and then stage 3, I think I'll have 3 or 4 fights. All right, so this is Extreme AGL. So since it's AGL, I'm going to run my Extreme Tech team, which Extreme Tech is probably one of the worst typings in the game. This Frieza is just like a flat-out Extreme type lead. Now, a unit like this Transforming Frieza or the Transforming Goku, they're really good ones to leave on the side because they're very flexible leader skills. I'm confident in what I've got, though, so I'm just going to run him on my main one here. And then as bad as Super Saiyan 3 Broly is, he's got the tech leader skill, so I'm going to run him. Well, let's go like that and like that. Tech Broly isn't really going to get us killed here anyways. His damage will do us more good than his defense will do us bad, so I think we're okay. Alright, so the linking is not going to be great here, not going to lie. The linking's going to be quite bad, actually. Oh, geez, Fierce Battle, and that's it. Okay, thankfully the key worked out, that we're not just getting completely shafted. Broly's going to miss, but that's okay. Shout out to Tech Super Saiyan 4 Broly, by the way. He is probably my favorite unit I got from Heroes last year. I built the crossover team, and it was so fun. So that's why I'm really excited for Heroes this year. I'm just excited to see like what new units we'll get. I love summoning for them because they're so easy to pull. Guaranteed featured pulls. The banners just be shoved, like filled with so many new units I don't have. Yeah, I'm very, very excited. Oh, we just about killed him, and then he got a little heal off. All right. So had Broly gotten the super, or we'd gotten an additional, we would have one-turned that, no problem. And that was with like a very bad rotation, right? So you can see it's not that bad. Once you have like fully built up boxes and units, this really isn't that bad. Okay. Well, since I've got all the... Here, let's let Tech Broly show off. Let's see, Nightmare or Fierce Battle? We'll do Fierce Battle. Alright, Broly gets all those orbs. What's his defense? Oh, fat 64k. That's why Tech Broly's bad. But he should be able, like... Because I'm not getting any other super, so he better finish off Slug, because he's going to heal again. Yeah, 3 mil. He should finish him off, no problem here. This poor Broly, by the way, because like the saving grace he had was that he was like a really strong attacker, but his defense was still really bad after his EZA. Power creep has only made that worse, because now it's to the point where his defense is outright unacceptable, and his attack is power crept, where I would say his attack stats right now are kind of mid. So like, not only is he a bad defensive character, but he's like attack stats you can't even say are like top tier anymore. Alright, so we got 5 battles for level 3, so this will be the grind here. So we're going to go against AGL, and then I use my extreme tech, so I'm going to go to super tech. And let's see, you can see I have like way more of an excess here, so I can kind of go a little bit more crazy here, right? So I'm going to grab oh yeah, that's what I do. So even though they're not great, I usually grab this Goku, and where's the other Super Saiyan 3 Goku? So I usually grab the 2 Super Saiyan 3 Gokus. Now, this Super Saiyan 3 Goku's about to get an EZA and he'll be really good again. I'm just using him right now for the leader skill. And this Goku isn't that great right now, but he links well with that Goku. So I just do that to get my tech leader skills. And then basically I can just throw together a bunch of tech units that I think kind of link well together. I kind of like this Goku, kind of like this Gohan. I'm going to save this Trunks. In case I need to build an emergency team, he'll help me with that. And sure, let's take this Vegeta, do a little orb changing. The thing is Ultimate Clash, or you know, Battlefield, it doesn't require like specific units. You just have to have enough fully built units that are good enough to get you through. But it's not like you have to have Tech Gogeta, or you have to have, you know, a certain Goku or anything. It's not really like that, right? Let's see. Alright, we'll do that. This Goku, this Prime Battle Goku in slot 1, he will give key to the rotation, which is really nice. And because Gohan's got his busted key ability, he's not going to miss a super, which is really nice. Alright, let's see what happens here. This Super Saiyan 3 Goku, by the way, he's going to count down and then super attack, but it's not like a traditional countdown where he one-shots you. Like, he'll do some decent damage, but I won't die. So if I don't kill him before the countdown, which sometimes does happen, like, I'll just eat a super attack, but I'll make sure that I can kind of predict where it's going to come, and I should be able to eat it just fine here. Alright, and then we'll let Gohan go through. Perfect. And I'll take the additional super. But you can see, like, on this level 3 now, the enemies have a lot of health. So I definitely wouldn't be running through here with, like, the Bardock team, right? So that's why you just use them on the first ones, get them out of the way. Alright, so what am I going to do here? I've got some choices, but we'll just... I'm going to do that, because Gogeta doesn't need the Tech Orbs. And then... I kind of want to save those. I'm going to save those. I'm going to let Vegito just grab that, because the Super Saiyan 3 Goku needs an 18 key to do damage. He's going to do a lot of damage with that. So we're going to try this out. Yeah, I think next turn Goku's going to finish the countdown and we're going to get the super attack. So hopefully I've got something defensive enough. Or we just take him out before then. I mean, this rotation should do some decent damage, I think. Okay, nothing there, nothing there. And then Vegito hopefully will get some additionals. Yeah, his attack stat's really weak right there. And once again, he's not linked up very well. I didn't grab him a lot of keys, so he definitely could have been better. But, like, this Goku on the end hits like a feather if he doesn't get 18 key, and he wasn't going to get it if I grabbed the Tech Orbs with Vegito. Alright, 3 mil, which still isn't crazy, but in Battlefield, under these conditions, I'll take it. And yeah, that's a big time shot right there. We'll take that. He's not defensive, though. Okay, good thing we didn't take a super there. Alright, so my guess is the super's going to come in slot 2. He's not linking up really well. Alright, I'm going to do Goku in slot 1. I want my Vegeta on the end to get Tech Orbs. He gets 30% per Tech Orb. That's not really that much. He's not even going to get a super. That's the bad part about Ultimate Clash 2 is, like, you can really struggle for key depending on how your team's set up. Alright, so probably my Super Saiyan 3 Goku in the middle is going to take the super attack. And he's not very defensive, but he's not going to do 400k. He'll do like 200k maybe. Like, this will definitely sting. But I'm not going to die from this. Yeah, 200k like I thought. We're fine, though. Because, like, next turn, I'm going to get good key, and we're just going to, like, knock him out. Oh, and we're getting a transformation from Vegito. So even in, like, this shorter content, he still transforms. Not too bad. Not too bad. Alright. Yeah, we definitely have the offense this turn. Alright, so we're going to do this. We're not going to play around. You're going to go to town there. You're going to go to town there. And you're going to go to town there. Alright, and Gogeta with damage reduction, even if we got supered right away, we're going to be fine. But he's doing the countdown again, so we're good here. He's definitely not going to count down in time to get us with another super. And we're going to have him finished off. Alright, so that one took a little bit of while. My particular build wasn't the most cohesive, and that's the thing. I mean, that can be also just to show you that you don't have to have the most cohesive team, but you can still get through it just fine. Now, I'm going to be very careful on the last phase, though, because the last phase is the one that typically can kill me. Alright, so we got that. Perfect. Alright, so now let's go to this Int Vegeta, and we're going to run a physical team here. Alright, so I'm going to grab a physical team here. So we'll go... Have I done extreme physical yet? Hold up. I have, okay. Let's go super physical. Alright, so for this team, I'm trying to remember what Bardock is. Oh yeah, he's a key for 120, so we'll run Bardock as the lead for sure. And then let's do... We'll just do Gotenks as the other lead, because he's the natural lead. And then, yeah, GT Goku's busted. Let's take Vegito. I like him for orb changing. We'll take that, and let's do... Sure, let's do that as well. Sounds good to me. Just, you know, make a busted physical team. That's all you got to do here. Alright, so, yeah, pretty much mono teams are the way to go. You could try to do categories. It's a little bit trickier to build all the category teams because a lot of the same units you're going to want for multiple categories, and then you're running different types, and then, like I said, all it takes is like one type disadvantage super to run into you, and like you could be in trouble. So just some things to be careful of there. Alright, so Vegito's going to do this, and then this Goku is going to get 30% per physical orb, so that's going to be a lot there. And then sure, we'll just grab that with physical Gogeta. Oh, and of course he supers right. Oh, that's right. This Vegeta, so his gimmick is he can super attack a lot, but they're not as strong super attacks. But that's unfortunate he did that like on my counter unit, right? Hopefully we can get more than one super here. Can I get at least another one? One more? Okay, so I got 4 attacks and only 1 super. That was, yeah, of course. Vegeta's just gonna super like crazy. But you can see not like crazy damage from him. That's definitely not the unit I wanted in front of 2 super attacks, but once again, I didn't know where he was going to super. He doesn't super every time, I'm pretty sure. I think it's just that he can super multiple times. Maybe he does super every time, though. I don't know. Okay, so let's do this. We're definitely going to just let... I mean, GT Goku, I would not be surprised if he just one-shots here. You're getting 2 links. How many? You're getting 2 links, okay. I can't get the sweet spot. That's fine. We'll just grab that. Alright, and then Bardock, we'll grab that. Alright, so I'm pretty sure Vegeta's done on this turn. This is too powerful. Yeah, almost a 5 mil attack stat in this situation. Like, not properly linked, not a full 170 liter skill. This GT Goku is just busted. Yeah, almost one-shot. Oh, maybe he will one-shot. We got the additional super for 4.9. So yeah, I think this is done here. Yeah, that Goku's so awesome. He's one of my favorite units in the game. He's ridiculous. He's definitely worth grabbing with coins the next time he comes back if you don't have him at all. Like, just to have a copy. He's so good. Alright, so let's go into STR. And I'm pretty sure I did my Extreme STR already, right? Oh, I did not. Oh, wait, sorry. I need AGL. My bad. Extreme AGL. Hold on. Extreme. Oh, I did not use Extreme AGL. Okay, so let's use Extreme AGL here. 17, and then we'll do Rildo as the lead. And then I think it's just everybody, right? Frieza. Oh, I've got 1 extra spot. Gosh. I'm going to do Vegeta just because he can do a very easy Mega Colossal hit with this 12 key. Alright. So, I'm feeling pretty good about this team. I definitely think we are going to... Oh yeah, with Frieza right in the front. Too bad Frieza wasn't taking an attack right away. Okay, Goku Black at least gets a few links with him, so we'll do that. Frieza's going to get the 18 key. This is going to be nice. I hope Frieza gets an additional. And then... You know what? I guess I'll let Riddle take this. He is kind of a nuker, so it's good to get Riddle a bunch of orbs. I have no idea, by the way, when they are going to do ECAs for those 50% support units. They got to do it soon, I feel like, and they got to, at that time, make them more accessible. Whether it be like a rotating banner or put them in the general pool, they got to do something with those 50% supports. What I think they're going to do with them, I think they're either gonna just like up them to like 60%, or they're gonna keep them like 50% for the type, but then maybe add like a 20 or 30% category with it. That would be busted actually. So like, what if this Rildo was, you know, he's 50% for extreme AGL, but then he's also 30% for like GT bosses or something. So then if the character's on GT bosses and AGL, they get 80%. That would be sick. I would take that for sure. I guess we'll do this. We'll let 17 tank in the front. We'll grab that with Turles, and then Vegeta doesn't need a lot. Shoot, he's going to grab more than I want. That's fine. Oh, we'll get the 17 key. Yeah, that's perfect. That's like his sweet spot. Alright, and of course he's just going to super us right away. We're going to be fine though. Yeah, 17 is tanky, so we're good. That's actually the spot I would want it to be. Here's the thing with Super 17. Like, I love him. He's a fantastic unit. It's just, he doesn't have the teams. Like, that GT Bosses team, man, they've got to fill that out. They got to do something with that. I did a video on the Sin Shenron, and the Sin Shenron I actually think is quite good. It's just that his team isn't ready yet. Like, he doesn't have a team to go on. It's quite sad. Alright, Vegeta was a good pick. 3.8, very easy, just threw that out and just took him out. So there we go. You can see the rewards are just flowing in here if you can actually get through it. Alright, 2 battles left. So Extreme Tech, I think this guy's gimmick is he just dodges a lot. So we need to run an int team. And I'm pretty sure I did Extreme Int already. Yep, so we're going to go Super Int. Alright, Super Int, I've got some very busted units to run here. So I like to run this Gohan as a lead, and then we'll run Gogeta, and then sure, Namek Goku. Let's bring in the EZA Gohan. I'm going to like save this Goku. He's an all types lead. He's a good backup lead. GT Vegeta Evolution. I mean, look how stacked Int is. Oh my gosh. I'm going to bring Goku and Piccolo just because I haven't used them much yet. They don't link well probably with any of these guys, but that's fine. I feel like this is going to be a very quick one. This team is busted. Holy buckets, has it gotten better. I wonder what the weakest super class, probably Tech. Like, I felt like my Tech team was really weak. Super Tech maybe needs the help, and I know Extreme Tech is by far the worst. Dokkan just don't like Tech. Alright, so with all these orbs, I mean, yeah, GT Vegeta, we'll let you go to town. Evolution Blue Vegeta. It's kind of sad, but I don't use my Evolution Blue Vegeta hardly ever. And it's not because he's not good. He's really, really good. It's just that, oh, of course he dodges. It's just that when I run my reps of U7 team, like, I love doing the full UI Goku setup, and I run out of room. I just don't have room for the Vegeta, and it's like, I can put him there, but he would be like a floating unit, and it's like, I would rather have him as a main rotation. I could run him as a main rotation and just take off one of the other UI Gokus, I suppose. I just like how the UI Goku team works, because there's so much dodge, and it's just like insane for difficult content, right? Alright, how does Namek Goku fare with Piccolo? Oh, not good at all. Alright, we'll do with Gogeta. Alright, I mean, had he not dodged, he would probably be near death right now, because that was a pretty big shot he dodged. If he doesn't dodge Namek Goku might just take him out. Oh, of course he dodges. That's the thing with Hirudegarn. He does have a fairly high dodge chance. Look, yeah, he just dodged twice in a row. He doesn't hit very hard, though. So this is just like one of those long, drawn-out battles. Yeah, look at that. He dodged 3 in a row. Okay, not 4 in a row, though. Yeah, he's definitely dodged his way into living slightly longer. Yeah, even that Gogeta shot almost took him out. I don't think Goku and Piccolo take him out. They definitely need some time to build up. Yeah, 1.2 is not good. So he's honestly not like the best unit to run in here. Just because units that need to build up, you know, aren't ideal. Although, we got him. Okay, good. Alright, so now the final battle. So, the enemies do change for this on like a rotation, right? And sometimes they'll theme this after a celebration. The way the final battle works is this typically, though. It's very similar where like the last boss, they will lower your defense heavily on super. And so the way that you lose is they super you like right away. They lower your defense, and then they like normal you to death with like 20 to 40k normals, right? Like really high normal attacks. So this is STR though. So Super STR. I've got a fairly good team set up here. So what we're gonna do, Goku is the leader, you is the leader. The Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta will be very important for blocking out damage. UI Goku will be very important for dodging. Sure, we'll go that. And we've got some super attack counter units. So really, it's just RNG tells you whether you win or not, right? Like, no matter how good your team is, there's just some rounds where, like, the final boss in here just says you lose, because I super you right away in the wrong situation and you just can't do anything, right? Oh yeah, and this Frieza also randomly seals, so we got Gogeta sealed there on the end. I'm actually okay. I think I'm going to leave Gogeta sitting there on the end, and I might leave Kaba up with Goku. I mean, they do link fairly well, though. Yeah, the Gogeta is going to be way better. I mean, Kaba is going to get more defense on Orb, but I don't know that I want to, like... Well, I'm going to grab all these STR orbs, I suppose. Who do I got coming up next? I could actually use those STR orbs, so I'm just going to let Kaba take a weaker attack here. Guarantee you, though, he's going to Super Goku, like, right away. Yep, right here, watch. So if Goku doesn't dodge this, which I don't think he did, okay, my defense is going to get lowered. Now, watch at the normals here. Okay, 20k, but this is because it's Super Saiyan 4 Goku. If that were not, like, as good of a defensive unit, and by the way, this Easy A Super Saiyan 4 Goku is absolutely busted, right? So if we had just an average unit in there, like, that would have done so much more damage, and he could have, like, one-shot us there. So that's kind of what Frieza's trying to do. Alright, yeah, and then Kaba's just going to do his weak little attack here. That's fine. Alright, but I feel like this team should be fine. I don't think we're going to die, but once again, it just depends on if Frieza's going to super a lot. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to leave Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta up front. And he's not there for damage, so I'm just going to intentionally miss the super. We're going to let Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta get a fat 24 key. And then we should be able to get a decent amount. Yep, we got an 18 key there. Although he's sealed right on the end, so that doesn't really matter, I suppose. But now Frieza can super all he wants, because this guy's got... Yeah, go ahead. This is why Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta is actually quite the valuable unit. Just because of that did, yeah, look, that did like nothing, and now the normals are still going to do nothing. Because his defense is already crap, so lowering his defense doesn't do anything. It's just that he has built-in damage reduction, like, very high. So I think he's 80%, 80 or 90 actually. So yeah, very, very good there. So having units like that is helpful. Now, if the final boss, so for a while the final boss was Jiren, right? So the strat there was you just bring in Tech Khalifa and she auto-dodged Jiren. And you'd bring her in the last phase no matter what the typing was, because she would auto-dodge, which was very useful, right? Alright, I feel like these guys, yeah, I knew these two would link up pretty good. So we'll let UI Goku go in the front. And hopefully he'll do some dodging for us, like he's supposed to. The key isn't, like, fantastic here. Super Saiyan 4 Goku doesn't need the super because he's sealed anyway, so let's see what happens here. This, unfortunately, we just missed the 18 key. Had Goku had the opportunity to dodge twice, he would have dodged up to an 18 key, but this is fine. So yeah, like, definitely don't feel bad, though, guys, if you die. Dodge, 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 dodge. Yes, okay. Definitely don't feel bad, though, if you die on this last phase, because it's... Like, it depends on, like I said, your box. So, like, for me, like I said, for me, like, 90% of the time I beat this without dying. But I would say, yeah, about 10% of the time I do get killed. Now, if you're someone that you don't have as much of a box, like, I'm sure a lot of players, it's probably more like a 50-50. But even if you die here, it's not the end of the world, right? I still have, like, a whole bunch of units I can come in here with and just make another team. You can see that Frieza, even if he killed me right now, he's only got a sliver of health. So I just got to bring in a team that won't instantly die and just hit him once and he's done, right? Alright, so Frieza's testing me here, though. Look at this. Oh, thank goodness. So he's trying to be cheeky here and leave me with the Vegeta and Kaba, who do hardly any damage, and seal Vegeta. However, you can't seal the ultimate attack, so we'll let Vegeta finish him off there. So I'm trying to think here as we watch this attack, though, if there's anything else a beginner would need to know. I think I pretty much covered it. So general rule is, guys, fill up that 112 slots with your best units. Try to balance out your extreme and super type class units. Get the Bardock and Ginyu team in there. And then basically, once you get those two teams out of the way, make your best mono teams that you can and get as far as you can. So hopefully this helps you guys out. If you have any questions, let me know. I do have a Discord that I will link in the description. If you want help for team building for Ultimate Battle or Ultimate Clash, feel free to hop into my Discord and I'll help you out in there, okay? So thanks for watching. We'll catch you all in the next one.